Good evening, Monsieur de Morcerf.
We have not come here, monsieur, to exchange false professions of friendship. We are here to demand an explanation of you.
At the opera? It hardly seems the place for such a demand.
We have sought you all day. But when a man hides himself, when he doesn't allow anyone to enter his house on the pretext that he's in the bath, at the table or in bed, one must address him wherever one can find him.
I'm not difficult of access, sir. If my memory serves me correctly, you were at my house yesterday.
Yesterday I was at your house, sir, because then I didn't know who you were.
Where have you come from, sir? You do not appear to be in the full possession of your senses.
Providing I succeed in making you understand that I will be revenged, I shall be reasonable enough.
I do not understand, sir, and even if I did, your tone is too high. Leave the box. Well, I see you wish to quarrel with me. Let me give you some advice and don't forget it. It is a bad habit to make a display of a challenge. Display is not becoming to everyone, Monsieur de Morcerf. I consider your glove thrown and will return it to you round a bullet. Leave the box.
What have you done to it?
I? Nothing. At least, personally.
But there must be some reason for this terrible scene.
He blames me for his father's disgrace.
And how are you to blame?
I am indirectly responsible.
What do you intend to
As certainly as I sit here, I shall kill him at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I was the first to discover Duplay. I was the first to applaud. Come in. Good evening, Monsieur Beauchamp. Take a seat.
Sir, I was just now here with Monsieur de Morcerf, as you saw.
I'm very glad to see, Monsieur Beauchamp, that you are more sober than he was.
Sir, Albert was wrong, I admit, to display so much anger. And I come on my own account to apologize for him. And having done so, on my own account only, you understand, Monsieur le Comte, I would add that I believe you too honorable a man to refuse me an explanation of your connection with the honor.
You may believe what you please, Monsieur Beauchamp. You will certainly get no explanation from me.
There are occasions when probity commands.
The Count of Monte Cristo is commanded only by the Count of Monte Cristo. I do what I please, Monsieur Beauchamp, and it is always well done.
Honest men are not to be paid in such coin. Honor demands guarantees.
I am a living guarantee. Morcerf and I have blood in our veins which we wish to spill. That is our mutual guarantee. Tell Monsieur le Vicomte so, and that tomorrow morning, before 10 o'clock, I shall see the color of his.
Then it only remains for me to make arrangements for the duel.
It is quite immaterial to me, sir, and it was very unnecessary to disturb me at the opera for such a trifle. Tell your client that even though I am the insulted party, I leave the choice of arms entirely to him, and without discussion, without dispute, I will accept whatever he may choose, for I am sure to gain.
Sure to gain?
Certainly, sir. Otherwise, I would not fight Monsieur de Morcerf. I shall kill him. I cannot help it.
Pistols, then, at 8 o'clock in the Bois de Vincennes.
Well, very well, sir. And now that this small matter is arranged, would you please leave me to enjoy the opera? And tell your friend Albert to go home and get some sleep.
Excellency, Madame de Morcerf.
You will not kill my son. Edmond.
By what name did you call me? Madame de Morcerf?
Your own, Edmond. As mine is Mercédès.
I know no one of that name now, madame. Mercédès is dead.
I both live and remember. I alone recognize the man who came to Paris, calling himself the Count of Monte Cristo, as I know it was you who brought disgrace upon Monsieur de Morcerf.
Ferrand, you mean? Since we are mentioning names, let us remember them all.
You see, I am not mistaken. I have cause to say, spare my son.
Who told you, madame, that I have any cause to be hostile toward your son?
Oh, believe me, it was not Albert. A mother has a twofold sight, Edmond. I followed him to the opera. I know what happened.
Then you know that the son of Fernand publicly insulted me.
Oh, for pity's sake, listen to me. My son blames you for his father's misfortunes.
You are mistaken, madame. It is not a misfortune. It is a punishment. It is not I who have struck him down, but Providence.
What is Yanina to you? What injury has Fernand Mondego done you in betraying Ali Tebelin?
It does not concern me, madame. You are quite right. If I have sworn to avenge myself, it is not on the General Mondego, nor on the Count de Morcerf, but on the fisherman, Fernand, the husband of the Catalan Mercédès.
Edmond, I am the only culprit. If you must take revenge against me, who had not the fortitude to bear your absence and my loneliness.
Why was I absent? Why were you alone?
Because you had been arrested and were a prisoner.
Why was I arrested? Why was I a prisoner?
I do not know.
You do not, madame. At least I hope not. But I will tell you. I was arrested and became a prisoner on the day I should have married you. A man named Danglars wrote this letter, which the fisherman Fernand himself posted.
The Procureur du Roi is informed by a friend of the throne and religion that... Oh, my God. And because of this letter...
I was arrested, madame, as you very well know. But you do not know how long that arrest lasted. You do not know that for 14 years I rotted in a dungeon of the Chateau d'If. You do not know that every day of those 14 years I renewed the vow of vengeance that I had sworn on the first day. And that is why, on account of the living Mercédès, I have sworn to avenge myself on Fernand. And I have revenged myself.
Are you sure that Fernand did this?
I am satisfied, madame, that what I have told you is correct. Besides, this is not much more odious than a Frenchman by adoption deserting to the English at Waterloo, a Spaniard by birth fighting against the Spaniard, a mercenary in the pay of Ali Tebelin having betrayed and murdered Ali Tebelin. And compared with these things, and what is this letter that you have just read? A lover's deception, which the woman who married that man most certainly ought to forgive. But not so the man who should have married her. Well, the French did not revenge themselves on the traitor. The Spaniards did not shoot the traitor. Ali Tebelin, lying in his tomb, left the traitor unpunished. But I, betrayed, sacrificed, and buried, have risen from my tomb by the grace of God to punish that man. He sent me for that purpose. And here I am.
Forgive, Edmond. Forgive, for my sake, who loves you still.
Impossible. Impossible.
Edmond. When I call you Edmond, why do you not call me Mercédès?
Mercédès. Mercédès. Well, you're right. That name still has its charms. It is the first time for a long time that I pronounce it so distinctly. Mercédès. I must revenge myself. I tell you I must.
Revenge yourself then, Edmond. But let your vengeance fall upon the culprits, on him, on me, but not on my son. Oh, Edmond, my friend. All these years I have adored your name. Believe me, guilty as I was, I too have suffered much.
You know the meaning of the word.
I have seen him whom I loved on the point of murdering my son.
What do you ask of me, madame? Your son's life? Well, he shall live.
Oh, Edmond, Thank you. Now you are exactly what I dreamed you were, as I always loved you.
Just as well, perhaps, since I shall not have long to be loved by you.
What do you mean?
I say, Mercédès, since you command me, I must die.
But why do you talk about dying?
You do not suppose that publicly outraged in the face of a whole theatre, in front of your friends and those of your son, challenged by a boy who would glory in my partners in a victory? You do not suppose for 1 minute that I should wish to live?
But the duel will not take place. You have forgiven him.
It will take place, madam.
No!
But it will not be your son's blood that will stain the ground.
Oh, Edmond!